it's your designer Mercy, and welcome back to Tremendous M-Chics Design. And as you can see, I have some tools here with me, and today I want us to do an illustration, a small illustration. So I have a piece of fabric, a white piece of fabric, a very soft piece of fabric. We normally call it a crown in our shops or textile shops, and mostly I normally use this when making shirts for men, and even when I want to do a mix and match with an Ankara. If I want an outfit that has a mix with an Ankara, it is very light, it can blend well with the Ankara. I have a scissor here. This is a cloth scissor. I have my tape measure here with me, and today I am going to use my biro, and you're going to forgive me for today. I don't have a chalk. I have a white chalk, and in case I'm going to use that white chalk, it won't be visible. You won't be able to see whatever I want to illustrate to you today. So today I decided we go with a blue biro so that you can see whatever I want to do. Today I want us to know how to read our tape measure. We normally use, as designer, there is no way you can tell me you're a designer and you don't have a tape measure. We need our tape measure everywhere we go, and we need our tape measure in the whole process, the whole sewing process. We need our tape measure because there are some things we can't just guess. We need to check the sizes of the hems. We need to measure our fabric. We need to do our laying out pattern in fabric by using the tape measure, blah blah blah, and the rest. So a tape measure is mostly used for taking body measurements, for drafting patterns, for measuring fabric, laying out patterns on fabric, specifying the length of a garment, checking size of hems, measuring curves, and even corners. There are two main systems for measuring length. We have the imperial system of measurement, and this is where we use yards and feet and inches. As you can see here, this side, on my one side, the tape measure is you can read it in inches. It is from 1 to 60. Have 1 to 60 inches, and we have the other system, the metric system of measurement, where our measurements are read in meters, centimeters, and millimeters. On the other side, our measurements start from number 1 to around 150. Is it 150 or 160? 150. Yes, it is in centimeters, and mostly we use the inches. We mostly use it when taking the body measurements, while the centimeters, for those who usually do the drafting, the quarter scale drafting, centimeters is best for doing quarter scale drafting, where you quarter scale, you want to draw some bodices, you want to do some alterations for the dart, you want to add some features, probably pleats, the darts, and the rest. So we are going to start. I'm going to show you how we read our tape measure. Yes, and you'll be done. This is a piece of fabric folded in 2 times. Folded once, not in 2 times, sorry. It's folded once. So I have here, my edge here is placed on fold. And something else is that, let me take an example of a female body. When we are taking measurements of a female body, for example, for a dress, we always take measurement in various places. Like, I will have to take the shoulders, I will have to take the bust, the waist, and the hips, and full length, and even the bodice. But now I want us to work with the shoulder, the bust, the waist, and the hips. Normally we do divide our shoulders by 2, our bust we divide it by 4, our waist we divide it by 4, and our hips we divide it by 4. So when tracing and doing the cutting, we have the bodice. Now, like this one, it's folded once. So we have, if at all I'm going to use this, it might be my front part of a bodice, for example, or it can be my back part of a bodice. And for a front part of our bodies, we usually have here is the right front and the left front, the other side. This one goes to the right and the other one goes to the left. So when I'm taking measurements, the reason why I'm dividing by 4, because I will be having 4 parts. I will be having the right front, the left front, the back front, the right back and the left back. Hi, let me do it practical so that we can understand. Okay, I don't know if you can see my tape measure well. Yes, it's visible. So we have 1, 2, all the way to 60 inches. And between 2 to 3, probably let us use 2 to 3, we have this one. This line is a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and 3/4, and then we go to 3. That's how we read our tape measure. When probably you're taking a body measurement, you're taking some measurement for your client, and probably the bust is 3 and 3/4. You don't usually assume that it will be 4 or it will be 3. Usually, once you know how to read this tape measure, it will be easy. You know, this person has probably 2 and a half, or 2 and 3/4, or 3 and a quarter. So this is quarter. This is 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and 3/4, and then to 4. You get? Now back to, at times usually find ourselves, probably we have a bigger bust. Probably someone has a 34, probably someone has 40 something, probably the hips are 42. We have those people who have large, or let me call them big measurements. So probably if it's, let's say it's 32, there's a way. Now you don't usually start at it now because it's 34. You start dividing with using your calculator. 34 divide by 4, and then you go back to your tape measure. You don't have that time. We need to save time, and you need to keep up with the deadline of the way we spoke to our client, the way we agreed with our client, the time he or she is going to pick the garment. If at all we'll be doing the dividing and coming back to the tape measure, we will waste a lot of time. So this is how we read our tape measure. We have our bust, probably bust is 28. So if it is 28, this is how we do it. 28, that means 7 by 4 is 28. Or we say 24. So it will be 6 because our fabric is small. 6 by 4 is 24. So if 6 by 4 is 24, meaning here will be 25. This is our bust. 26, 27, 28. We have a bust, a smaller bust for our child probably. It's 20. In our mind, if you know 5 by 4 is 20. If the child is 22, we are going to use the quarter, the half, the 3/4 to count. Meaning if it is 5 by 4 is 20, this one, the quarter one, will be 21. The half one will be 22, 23, 24. And if you confirm in your mind, 6 by 4 is 24. You get? So you don't have to keep going back to your calculator. You start dividing this measurement. It will be tiresome, and even it will bore you. If it is for the shoulder, we are not going to use the 4. We are not going to use this 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to use the half one only. So if the shoulder is 8, or the shoulder, let's say it's 9, that's a bit odd, an odd number. If it is 9, 4 by 2, you get 8. Meaning, this one will be 9. And if it is 8 and a half, it is here at the center, but the quarter. The quarter one will be 8 and a half. The half one will be 9. The 3/4 one will be 9 and a half. The full one will be 10. You get? So if there is any measurement you are dividing by 2, you use this one and the half one, 3 probably 3, the half one, and this one the full one, number 4. If at all you're dividing by 2, you use only the half. If at all you're dividing by 4, you use the quarter, the half, and the 3/4. Hope you are getting me. Let me repeat myself. If at all you are dividing any measurement by 2, you use the half, this half. If at all you are dividing by 4, you use this half, this quarter, the half, the 3/4 to 3. So if at all the measurement is, let me say 20, let me use 34. If at all it's 34, back in your mind, 8 times 2 is 32. So from 32, when you are dividing by 4, that's a burst. 32, 33, 34. So 8.5 makes 34. 8.5 makes 34 units. You can use it when doing your measurement, when we're now drawing your measurement down to your fabric. If at all it's 42, back in your mind, you know 40, 4 times 10 is 40. So this quarter one is 41, this half one is 42. You can see, if at all you're using 40, this one is 41, the half one is 42. So 10.5 equals to 42 inches. 10.5, when folded, when you are drawing your lines or when you are drawing in your fabric, it will be 42. Hope you are getting it. Hope I have helped someone there outside to read the tape measure. It was once a bit tricky for me, but at least I learned how to read my tape measure, so it's no longer a problem for me. Thank you for listening to me. Till next time. Bye bye.